Hello friends, it's James Conner, half-ass reporter, the guy on the bike. And we are on the Lower East Side. Special shout out to our friends in North Carolina, Louisville, and the Brick in Beijing. Well, we're gonna run into a place we haven't been in about 6 months because they have been shut due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Pierogi. And we're gonna make a little walkthrough of an exhibition by Darina Karpov, Between the No Longer and the Still to Come. Protocol sign. Well, if I'm not mistaken, this show has been sitting in a closed down gallery for about 4.5 months. And in that way, the COVID is not only anxiety-inducing as a health problem, but it also seems to have frozen things in time. Well, we're not going to take a long time here. We're going to try to see if we can mush a couple of other visits in here. This is titled Waves of Circumstance 2020, acrylic on canvas, 48 by 72 inches. Well, I just had a little chat with Joe Armorine, the proprietor. He was talking about having to have the gallery closed for the last 4.5 months, and he just decided that okay, well, so they've got a little island here in the center where they've got some of Darina's ceramics, so I can't get back to squeeze this all in. Try to give you a pan over this. It's titled Trespass and Wreckage 2020. This is 60 by 72. Well, I think that Darina is kind of an interesting example of the kind of work that a lot of young painters are doing now, which is kind of melding kind of expressionistic figuration, almost a cartoony figuration in with some kind of organic abstraction, maybe. And I don't know whether you would call this Pop Surrealism. This is Yount's Pooling 1, 2020. Okay, so, yeah, I think one of the things that Joe likes, that he includes a lot of in his programming, is a very obsessive level of drawing. I think you could even go back and check some of the previous reports dealing with Pierogi and his artists, and there's actually a kind of an aesthetic that I have termed the meta drawing. People like John J. O'Connor and the late Don Clemens were a couple of maybe the best contemporary examples that Joe shows. I think William Pojeda is another guy that kind of works in that vein. But yeah, Darina likes to get in there and pack in the details. It's titled As It Flies Away. 60 by 72 inches. So this is 20 grand. I'm actually glad that when Darina works on a larger scale, she doesn't try to pack in the same amount of detail as she does in some of the smaller pieces. I guess I'm kind of old school in that when I was being trained, taught, indoctrinated, I always tried to stress the fact that you didn't want to overwhelm, if you're working on a certain scale, you didn't want to overwhelm the viewer with details that they couldn't read. If you could take in the entire surface of the painting, you should be able to read all of the details at that point, instead of having to come up and almost like reading the pages of a book at some point, that you couldn't really appreciate the content if it was packed with too much detail. Although Darina does get some nice little things in there. She's a very facile draftsperson. Also, I'm kind of enjoying her use of color. Oh, she's got some glitter or some metallic or pearlescence floating around there. Okay. Well, look at this suite. Proliferation 2019, acrylic on canvas. This is 48 by 32 inches. It's kind of a nice little passage there. Unruly 2019. This is also 48 by 32. And yeah, a lot of these almost look like some kind of microscopic study of little amoebas, or could be viruses or small bacteria, something like that, mold formations. Decisive Moment, 2019. Gravity Lies, 2019. This is 40 by 72. And I think this probably is one of the best examples of Darina limiting her palette down to just the yellows and grays. And I was talking about how I see a lot of young artists kind of working with a mixture of figuration and abstraction. I think another mode of painting is dealing with the palettes and using almost like a designer-ish limited palettes. And I think that probably might even relate to the fact that I think a lot of people are very much influenced by commercial design. Okay, we're just going to walk around the ceramics. I'm not going to really give you all the titles and dimensions of this stuff. I think this really gives Darina a chance to express her more obsessive detail things. Okay, that's about 11 inches high. Orb's Perfect Song, Into Our Deep, Dear Silence. Also, I like the fact that Darina's gone in there and cut in some little holes and dents and prick holes and things that kind of added a textural version of the detailed drawings. This is much more sculptural. It's titled Magic Days. Glaze and underglaze on porcelain. Okay, well. So I like her use of the black and red. I'm thinking it would have been nice if she could have maybe branched out into a few more color things. Titled Offspring and Offspring 2. I don't know, for some reason I'm looking at that, I'm thinking of a Jean Moreau sculpture. Got a couple of small orbs. Okay, that looks very organic. This is Unruly and Bird. Okay, well, that's been a look at Darina Karpov, Between the No Longer and the Still to Come, here at Pierogi. We're gonna roll on. Okay, well, this is Steve Kaplan. He's got a wonderful message there on his mask. Okay, we're going to see what's on offer here across the street at the Rachel Uffner Gallery. Uffner.
You are the king of mispronunciation. That's why we love you.
It's an art form.
How do you say Jackson Pollock? No, that you say.
Jackson Pollock? Well, I was just informed that there's a gallery, an organized gallery crawl here on the Lower East Side, so they're keeping the galleries open until 8. Gosh, I didn't think I'd see this many people out at the galleries for 2 or 3 more months. We're going to be looking at a 2-person show titled In Real Life, and this part of the show is by Arghavan Khosravi. Okay, so this is titled The Balance 2019, acrylic on found fabric mounted on wood panel. Okay, well, Arghavan is quite a craftsperson. And we just went to see a group show down on Orchard Street, and there was an artist who was doing some very precise collages with denim. It's titled Let Me Help You, 2019, acrylic on found wood block, printed fabric, and cotton canvas mounted on wood panel. Okay, so we've left the tassels on there. Actually, I was surprised that there are so many people out on this gallery crawl evening, and I can tell that people have been suffering from cabin fever. There's a lot of people running out to the galleries. This is titled A Gentle Greeting. It's fascinating. Acrylic on canvas mounted on wood panel. Thanks for coming by. Enjoy your night out. There's also a, I guess part of the young artist doing figuration
Okay, cool. You like
are other painters like Gina Gribben that's doing some very, very realistic representations of women in kind of erotic poses.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, let's see what's down the hall. So this is all work by Sara Greenberger Rafferty. This is The Individual as Unit, 2018. Fused and kill-formed glass with sandblasting and enamel. Oh gosh, we came in maybe 6 or 8 months ago, and there was another artist that Rachel was showing that had been doing work with fused glass. Yeah, I like that. It's titled Level 1, Fused and Kill-Formed Glass, 35.5 by 22.5. Oh yeah, I like this too because these are really presented as objects. They're not some fragile little thing that's put in a box behind another sheet of glass. Also, I don't know, she's doing some kind of silkscreen or photographic image. Oh, I get it. We've got a level there. Maybe that's why they're titled Level 1 and 2. It's also 35.5 by 21 3/4. Working in Different Occupations, 2018. Fused and kiln-formed glass, sandblasting and enamel. Okay, so yeah, maybe the little photographs or whatever are kind of silk screened in there with enamel. It's titled Welt. Overall dimension 60 by 111.
Under the glass, and then they
It actually says here in the description that it is fused and kill-formed glass with enamel and sandblasting. Whatever that means. Okay, so I'm getting this. Sarah is using a lot of references to work. So we've got our tape measure, we've got our T-squares, our levels. There is a nice kind of sheen. It's not exactly a metallic finish, but it is attractive. And gosh, yeah. The photo aspects of that is interesting. Grab and play. fused glass and gelatin silver print, unframed. Okay, so maybe she's done some kind of glass with the sandblasting enamel, and then she's combining that with photographs that she looked through the glass at. It's titled Look and Light. This is untitled. 23 by 19. Okay, I always love the sheen, the gloss on the surfaces of these pieces. Lighting lesson. Fused and color-formed glass, unframed. It's 20 by 16. So this is kind of an interesting combination of photography and the glass crafting. Okay, so this is titled Identify 2017 Digital Video 18 Minutes. Well, this is a brief walkthrough of In Real Life, work by Sara Greenberger Rafferty and Arghavan Khosravi. Here, Rachel Uffner. You can like this, subscribe, recommend it to your friends, and you can leave your thoughts, ideas, comments, criticisms, and reviews below. We just ask you to say, thank you, Kate. Oh yeah, whale, man, whale. Thank you, thank you.